Good evening all. My name is Muhammad Abdul Hisham and I will be your presenter for tonight's session. Joining me are my team's member, Muhammad Ikhwan and Ahmad Farish bin Mukri. Today, we will be discussing the career path of an electrical engineer and seeking advice on career development strategies. Next slide, please. So let me start by introducing our team member. Which is I am Muhammad Abdul Hisham and my team's member are Muhammad Ikhwan Shafiq and Ahmad Faris bin Mukri. Next slide. So here is the agenda for tonight's presentation. We will begin with an introduction, followed by a detailed explanation of our objective. Then we will discuss the interview process we conducted. Finally, we will present the company profile of HRC Resources. Next slide, please. Okay, on the 17th of November 2023, from 9 to 10, we had the opportunity to conduct an interview session with Mr. Imran bin Samshul, who holds the position of engineer at the HRC Resources. The interview took place via Microsoft Teams. Next slide, please. Okay, so our objective for this interview was to gather insight and advice on career development and growth strategy for undergraduate students pursuing a career in electrical engineering. We also aim to learn about industrial trends, technology advancements, and potential career paths in the fields. Next slide, please. Okay, here the interview process consists of several steps. We begin by discussing the selection criteria, where Mr. Imran shared his journey from services team supervisor to project engineer at HRC Resources. We then proceed to build and analyze questions for the interview. Finally, the actual interview session was conducted through Microsoft Teams. Next slide, please. Okay, here is Mr. Muhammad Imran bin Samsul, our interviewee. Next slide. Currently, he holds the position of project engineer at HRC Resources. He obtained his bachelor degree in electrical engineering from the University of Technology Malaysia, which is UTM. His responsibility at HRC Resources include project planning, resource allocation, budget management, documentation, and client communication. And Mr. Imran profile also include his previous experience as supervisor, where he managed teams members and handle maintenance planning and reporting. So now I will pass the presentation to our next presenter, Ahmad Faris bin Mukri.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. So I will explain about the component profile of HRC. So HRC Resources is founded in 2014, specialized in providing comprehensive facility and building services for any client that outsourcing the building operation. They got many skill facility backed up by the mobile service team and repair team. So the team covers various areas like air conditioning, mechanical, electrical, fire protection, and building automation system. So the mobile service team provide external support to local facility management for maintenance, troubleshooting, and improvement. And then with the diverse pool of resources, including specialists, partners, consultant, and operation team, HRC aim to offer total facility solution and competitive material sourcing. The company expressed gratitude for the opportunity, anticipated the establishment of long-term strategic partnership and provide contact information for further inquiries. And then I will explain about the vision and mission of HRC. HRC is very confident in meeting customers' expectation and contributing to achieve their goals. So the mission, they will strive to consistently provide cost-efficient and competitive service and deliver safe quality works. And the second one, work with customer in developing continuous value add and improving projects. And the lastly, provide one-stop sourcing for customer with the most competitive costs. So I will pass for Fizo about the list of questions that we interviewed the Mr. Imran. Then Fizo.
Okay, so here I would like to briefly touch upon these 2 points from this slide. So for this first question, it sounds like in your experience, what are the most common issue or complication arise during wiring or rewiring project, and how do you address them? And one of the most common issue in wiring project is when the wires in the electrical equipment are twisted and placed at the wrong terminals. Then to address this, it is crucial to ensure that the terminal of the electrical equipment are connected properly and the screw are tightened before turning on the incoming supply. And for the second question is about the communication is the key. So communication is indeed key in any project, especially during the electrical installation project, to ensure clear and effective communication between teams member, client, and other stakeholder. It is essential to present the detail of the installation clearly to the client. For team members, proper analysis and management of data are necessary to ensure their full understanding of the project. So now I will hand over the presentation to Ahmad Faris again.
Okay, so
Thank you.
about the question that we asked more is about the adaptability is important in the field of engineering. In any of field, the adaptability is very important. So we asked about experience that you had to adapt in expected change in project requirement or scope. So we must know and understand the actual situation of the project, and then the change occur. We need to negotiate, should reschedule, so the change will not affect the mental and physiology factor of team members. And then we asked about the interpersonal skill. Interpersonal skill is very crucial in any project management. So we got the answer about the how to resolve the situation. We must know and understand the situation that the person is facing, and we can easily communicate with them by giving insurance or opinion to resolve the problem. And then we ask more about the question about could he give an example of challenging situation that he faced managing an electrical or electronic installation project. So the challenging experience that he encountered was about the installation of new MSB. Uh, so when the everything is done, some breaker cannot be turned off. So he got the resolution by checking back the compartment and retighten the screw. And then the last one, and then we asked about the priority tasks and how to manage time management effective and while handling multiple electrical installation project. So how to handle the project is manage the task effectively by arrange it according to agency of task. For the some tasks the client didn't want it agency, so we can move it to the back. So I will pass the next the question that we asked to our friends Ikwan Shafiq.
So lastly, I asked Mr. Imran is how was your education and training in electrical engineering prepared you for the challenge you face in the real world scenario? So the answer is with the use of knowledge and training, we can prepare and service electrical equipment so the function that can be utilized. Other than that, to make the project smooth and at least cost was affected can make it easy for the recuperation and all site can be eased. So next. So this is the findings. The finding that I made first about the company. HRC Resources provide total facilities and building service. This company specialize in respective field such as electrical, mechanical, building, automation and system. So I will uh, s- uh, briefly present the total facilities and building service. Facilities management, maintenance, regularly upkeep and repair the building structure component, system, equipment to ensure their proper functioning. So next is building service, electrical system, providing the power distribution, lighting and other electrical service. Next slide. I will explain the summary for this presentation. In conclusion, after this interview, we all have a clearance and better comprehensive of this career. However, in order to develop excellent engineer, both theory and practical must be go and in hand or parallel. So as electrical and electronic engineering student, this interview session was very helpful for us to know the career path as an engineer, become expert in the duties involved in the field of professions. In the interview session as well, Mr. Imran gave a lot of advice for us to prepare ourselves before entering the workplace. With this advice, we will be able to survive in the industry and strive achieve the best. Therefore, we can conclude that this interview session was successful because all objectives were achieved. So, like Confucius once said, choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. So, this is a picture as a token of appreciation to Mr. Imran for spending time. Thank you for listening.